This is an example of a website set up on the Toastmasters service using the default theme, the lectern theme, which includes a standard Toastmasters banner across the top. We can do some customizations within lectern, such as if we want to change the Toastmasters branding, it tells us to go down to this header image section, and we can change the color scheme, some things like that. But I'm going to show you how you can make some more dramatic changes. We could also, sticking with this, we could change the background color to be something different if we wanted to. But suppose we want to change the whole site layout. There are now a few alternative themes that are supported. There is 2017, which I like. If you want a big dramatic image at the top of your home page, 2017 is a good choice. 2016 is also pretty nice. 2020 is a demonstration theme for the new WordPress blocks framework. So it starts out looking fairly plain, but there are a lot of different ways that you can enhance it just using the block editor. For example, you can add a cover block and specify that it should stretch out the entire width of the page rather than being confined to the area that your text normally fits within. And then this Wookie, I guess it's pronounced Wookie. Wookie is another one that is an alternate layout, another nice layout. So we can preview what the site would look like with any of these by just choosing the option from the screen, and we do live preview. So this is 2016. It doesn't have a cover image added yet, but we could add whatever image we wanted to the cover. In fact, let's do that now just as an example. A picture just of the sky here. We can add that. We go to select and crop, which allows us to select the portion of that image that's going to be used. And there it is. If we want to add items to the menu or rearrange the menu, we can go into the menu section. This is our primary menu, the one at the top of the page. And we could rearrange that. We could make this a sub-menu. We could add something to the end. And then if I decide I like the particular theme that I'm looking at, I can go to Activate and Publish. And we can see what it looks like live. Now, one of the things I've set up is that when you change your theme, it will automatically add in this dashboard menu, because some of the themes don't have a space on the side where you can include links to all your upcoming meetings. So this is a space. It'll say login if you're not logged in, or it'll say dashboard if you are logged in. So dashboard would take you to the back end of the site where we have lots of different options we can access. Your regular members wouldn't see all of this. They would only see a place to reset their password and so forth. If we go back out to the front end of the site, we can see that there are also this role sign up. If I just clicked here, it would give me the options to sign up for the next meeting, or I could pick any future date and go take a look at that and sign up for a role. So this is a way of tucking that information into the menus, since it might not sit on the sidebars. For example, if we switch again, let's go switch to the 2020 theme. And we'll activate this one. So this actually doesn't have the same kind of space on the side for a sidebar. You can have widgets that you include down the bottom of the page, but not a sidebar. And so again, this provides us access to those functions for jumping to head to a specific meeting where we want to sign up for roles, or we could go edit our member profile or change our profile photo or change our password. I click here and that takes me to the place where I can change my password. So that menu trick is a little bit new. And actually, if we went into the customizer again and we go to menus, we'll actually see that there's just a placeholder for it here because that menu is added programmatically. So if you add any menu item that has #TM login in place of the URL or the web address, it will be replaced by those options for signing up for future meetings. So, but we could still move that around. If we'd rather have it at the top of the list, we can do that. And this is being a little fussy on me. Let's see. There's another way we can do it. We can go back into the back end of the site. And so if I wanted to rearrange this, I could put login up here instead of down at the end. If we wanted to emphasize that more, and maybe we'll move this out. We'll save the menu and we go back and visit the website. We will see those changes. So there's a lot you can do here. I mentioned that a lot of the design for the 2020 theme, which is what we're working with here, is based on things that we can add through the block editor. For example, instead of adding just a paragraph, I can specify that I want to add a cover block. So to find that, I'll just search for cover. And I can either upload something or I can choose from my media library. And again, I'll choose this sky image. And here I have the option to put in some text. Okay, and that could be a link if I wanted it to be, to point to somewhere. Also, if we click on the background here, this image, these are the options for, do we want to have it wider than the rest of the content, or maybe the full width of the screen. So if I go out and look at this again, now we've got this here. You see, that doesn't look great. You have to experiment to find what works well for you. But it does give you a lot of freedom to customize. So the customizer, for each theme, the options might be a little bit different, but generally it gives you options for setting the colors. For example, we can change the background color to be something in the blue family instead of that pinkish one. And we could also change the color that appears in the header. We can add a background image to the page. Let's try the sky one again. So that's, instead of just using a color, we could have a background over the whole thing. Again, some of these things, you know, you have to be careful about making changes that make it winding up looking crummy as well. Widgets are things that appear in some themes. It would be sidebar widgets. These are just for the footer. and we can add different items here. And the most sites that I recommend setting up with a static page, so it's a welcome page, but you could also have your latest blog posts appear on the home page. So that would just be an alternate approach. Change it back, and it's the welcome screen again. So if you play around with these things, you can come up with a unique look for your site. Now, every one of these does include the Toastmasters logo someplace, and it also includes, way down the bottom, all the disclaimers and intellectual property statements that Toastmasters International wants you to include. So, some new things to play with.